Hey, yo, what's up,
Ooh,
guys? It's the YouTube Reels podcast. Today we're
dude.
watching Block's Tale on YouTube Shorts, YouTube Reels. So welcome to YouTube Reels podcast.
It's crazy that you have YouTube in the background and you're looking at YouTube
Yeah,
Shorts.
yeah,
You
I
should
love
just leave it
YouTube,
on
dude.
the one side of your camera and start
Yeah,
scrolling through for
yeah. No,
retention
this is
resets.
like a podcast
Yeah,
clip, like something you'd actually see on YouTube
yeah.
Shorts, because there's like YouTube back there, YouTube over here. There's just like an overload of information. I'm talking really fast and
Yeah,
not ending my
yeah.
sentence right now while this video plays. And actually, I could play it really loud too, so that we can hear it over my microphone.
It's the Subway Surfers effect. Oh my goodness.
Yo, dude, this guy's crashing out.
I don't know what to tell you. He ain't gonna do it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You
This is
already
a
talked about it.
intriguing start to the
I'm just a
podcast.
driver. I wish I could
I
go
guess
there
it's
myself,
better
but
than the Tiki
Just the
Talk
driver.
with
podcast.
me, and I'm here. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm running away.
So
He's
like
running away.
this is a truck driving YouTube short. This is about driving a truck.
He hung up. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
bro, it ain't you.
Okay.
If anybody asks, it ain't you.
Cool black dude at the end for the win. Hell yeah.
dude.
So yeah, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed
Solidarity.
the YouTube Reels podcast. Yeah, we'll see you with
Episode-
probably like 4 more next week.
Yeah, episode 1 of 6 bazillion.
Yeah. And then fucking
And my hope will never die.
fucking intro plays.
Without a home. FaZe is dead now, by the way.
Yeah. Didn't like one of those guys? Isn't one of those guys in some controversy right now? I don't know. I don't really give a shit about FaZe, so I don't pay attention to what they're doing.
I just know FaZe.
I think one of them left FaZe maybe recently.
Maybe. But I just know that FaZe is a streamer group now, more than anything. And
Yeah, they don't do
none of them are
ML.
really entertaining. They're just very rich men that can afford
Yeah.
a bunch of rich items and flex about it every single stream.
It sounds like the broccoli hairification that happens with most kind of like adjacent to FaZe has finally reached FaZe.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like Jack Doherty broccoli hair now. I mean, it has been for a while, but it's probably like 10 times now, you know?
I can't wait for like random Tiki Talk people to join FaZe. Oh yeah, this is FaZe Glorby, and he's really cool. He makes Tiki Talks where he talks about top 5 anime women.
Yeah, hey guys, we're introducing our new member of the team, FaZe World of T-shirts.
That would go hard, actually. That'd be a great one.
Awesome. FaZe World of T-shirts.
FaZe Banks gets pissed off at iDubbbz enough where he adds Sam Hyde to FaZe.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'd,
that
like
would go crazy.
yeah. No, Josh Block, he'd probably be like it up at the game and being like, "Why am I not killing them?
I make
I'm shooting at
400K a
them.
year.
I make 400K a year." And he'd just be like, you know, repeating his like
His
Woody,
catchphrases.
like his Woody pull cord,
Yeah.
his Woody Toy Story pull cord voice lines he always does. And just getting, it would be like Only Use Me Blade if Only Use Me Blade was autistic.
I feel like in 5 years' time, there's going to be a clip of him randomly saying, like, I have gonorrhea or something.
Everybody, I just got diagnosed with gonorrhea.
He's such a goober, man. I'm glad that all the Gen Z people are trying their hardest not to bully
According
him.
to this, because like I was watching a video on World of T-shirts before I started yapping to you before the show.
Mhm.
And apparently he goes to rehab in this video.
Oh.
Apparently he goes to rehab, and
I guess he's in LA right now.
well, no. Actually, I learned from this video he did like the terrible trio. He went to Chicago, St. Louis, and LA all in the same week. He was literally speed running, trying to die by gang violence in the span of a week. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, like he was really towing the line of ending up as like a body on Chiracology subreddit or something.
Chiracology.
Yeah, that's a real subreddit.
Crazy.
It rules. It's literally a bunch of like white, like late teens, early 20s, like white that basically go on there and like post like drive-by shooting videos from O Block and like fight videos and like all this shit. And like there's like these white boys are like, and they're not even in Chicago. Like I guarantee not a single person following that Reddit actually lives in Chicago. And no, all of them are like, they like have like they're playing the different gangs in Chicago like teams. Like one of them's like Team GD, like, you know, one guy on Reddit's Team O Block Crip Set or something. Like there's like just these like white people, and they're like beefing with each other in the Reddit comments too, and like speaking like, you know, hold on, let me get the censor button up. Even though I can say it because gingers are apparently black now. Maybe not everybody's heard that memo, but like basically they're commenting and arguing with each other as if they're like real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what Chiracology is. It's honestly awesome. There's like other ones too. There's like one for Atlanta. Pretty sure Memphis might have one. Cleveland for sure has one because I've been on it. I'm sure there's subreddits for hoods all over the place, but yeah, if you're ever like looking for something to do, Chiracology is one of the most fun things to look at. It's instant entertainment.
I just got a bit of information from friend of the show Tyler. He is currently playing a video game called Morrowind. It's one of the Elder Scrolls games, and apparently, when you're a dark elf, they call you Inwa.
No way they call you Enwa.
That's what he said.
That is far too tongue-in-cheek, because I know what a fucking dark elf looks like, all right? That is far too tongue-in-cheek.
It kind of goes
crazy how they never called him Enwa in Skyrim. I think maybe they probably were like,
maybe that's too close to a word.
Something's really not looking good for us here. I can't figure out what it could be.
Like, I know this game's from 2001, but
Yeah.
this doesn't seem right.
Yeah, this game released... When did it release? Pre or post 9/11? Hold on.
Ooh, that's a...
We might have a conspiracy on our hands here.
The Morrowind question. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly, the Morrowind question. Oh, it was released in 2002, post 9/11.
My bad.
So, all right, we're good. I don't think Morrowind is involved with you know who's.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
It's just a interesting way of writing, for sure. Having a word that's like a word only they can say to each other.
Yeah. This fucking Gatorade was in the fridge. It's like Gatorade mashups, and it's orange and lemon lime. And I took a swig of this fucking thing first thing in the morning because I was thirsty and I wanted something with flavor to like combat the morning breath. And I took a couple swigs of it, and, you know, got ready and started driving to work, and you know, started burping 9,000 times because I have an unknown medical condition apparently, and which I didn't go to the doctor to make that to put that together. I just know you're not supposed to be burping all the time for like 4 months on end. So
you have Rick and Morty-itis.
Yeah, I have Rick. Yeah, I have. Actually, yeah, I do have like. I actually am kind of like Rick from Rick and Morty already. You know, I'm like super smart and like I understand like complex humor and like I watch The Big Bang Theory. So like I'm basically like him, and I burp too. So yeah, but anyhow, I was driving. I started like burping a bunch, and I'm like, why does lemon, lime, orange? Tell me how the fuck that's supposed to taste like Pink Whitney, the vodka. I got super fucking sick off of Pink Whitney one time. I wanted to puke for like the first 2 hours of my fucking workday. It was the worst because all I would just burping up that Gatorade flavor. And I'm like, this tastes like Pink Whitney. I'm going to fucking puke. It was horrible.
Do you want a quick rundown of my medical stuff like last week and the week before?
Yeah.
All right. So for Mother's Day, I was being very kind, and we went to this flower shop, and I got a giant bush, a butterfly bush. It's literally blocking my face as I'm walking out, and I fucking roll my ankle completely and like fall on it, essentially. So my left ankle got fucked up very bad, very
Holy
quick.
Shit.
And I was like, oh, this is awesome. So there's that. Turns out I just strained all the tendons in my leg. I did not break any or tear any.
That's a plus.
Second part of this story, I had a tick bite, and I was freaking out about 2 weeks ago now. I think it's something like that. I might have these times wrong. It might have been like a couple days ago, and my brain's just freaking out still. But we get medicine for it. And then while I'm sitting in the fucking doctor's office, I'm playfully kicking my legs around, and this kneecap goes right to the side.
What the fuck?
So I had to pop my kneecap back.
What the fuck?
So yeah, that's fun.
How does that happen?
I literally was just kicking my legs like a little tiny 10-year-old kid, and my kneecap went to the side.
Dude, I do that shit all the fucking time. Kick my legs while I'm fucking sitting down. You're telling me that shit could happen to me?
I guess. It's either that or I have like a lack of tendon, so it just fucking flew around.
Do you not have any cartilage holding your
guess.
kneecaps in place?
I fucking guess.
Your knees hurt?
Right now it's like a 1, but right as I did it, it was like an 11 out of 10 pain.
I'm sure it did fucking hurt. Like, do your knee, like, would you consider yourself having knee problems? Like, when you're, like, going up and down the steps, your knees are fucked up?
No. My knee just spontaneously did that shit. And I was like, oh, awesome. So I had to pop it back in.
I believe that more than the fucking 5 foot tall or whatever gopher story. I believe that happened to you wholeheartedly, the kneecap thing.
Yeah. Last thing. This was yesterday, I think. Yeah. So we go to Walmart. We're getting cat litter and all this stuff. And my smart ass puts it up on the back of the truck, but like on the wall of the truck bed. That is not good for leverage at all. Don't do that shit. Because right as I grabbed it, I almost fucking broke my shoulder from how the weight was distributed.
Dude, are you like decaying? Are you rotting from the inside
like
out?
The whole
like,
left side of me has been hurt in the past like 3 weeks. I hate this.
You have fucking necrosis of like all of your fucking bones and joints.
I need to go to the gym, I guess, and completely pulverize all the tendon left in my knee.
I mean, honestly, probably not a bad idea, and it probably actually, because you're getting a lot more movement and stuff, and like you're working out different muscles, it actually would probably help you breaking not break every bone in your body.
Yeah.
In a week span.
But yeah, all my shit stacked up in the span of like 2 weeks.
I'd be so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
In fact, by the shoulder thing, I'd be like, oh great, what now?
At this point, I'm expecting myself to wake up randomly and like a part of my neck is just out of place. I'm just waiting for that day now. That's all that's missing, I guess. And this also comes like 2 years after me dreaming that I tore my Achilles in my fucking left leg.
That's horrible.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does, I'll be in a very big depression, and I'm not sure if the pod will still go.
Dude, I got fucking bum rushed by like 4 giant ass dogs today at this
Oh.
house I was working at. And I mean, I was forewarned before going in, hey, these people have big dogs. And I was like, okay. And there were no dogs there when I was inside originally. At the end of the job, we go back in, and all of a sudden there's dogs. And these motherfuckers bum rushed the fuck out of me and started jumping on me and shit. Like, these are big ass, like, I'm talking like 2 German Shepherds, a Border Collie, and some like fluffy big white dog. 4, and I mean, I don't know, Border Collies aren't all that big, but like when there's one there with like 3 behemoth dogs, they seem a little bigger. They get a little bigger, you know. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, but they're all friendly, which was really cool. They're just happy to see me. Never met me in their life, and they think I'm the fucking shit walking in that door. So that actually felt pretty good, you know. I have some loyal soldiers that give me plenty of respect in that house.
Hell yeah.
I got 4 loyal dogs. I call my soldiers my dogs.
Hell yeah. I went to a dog, what would you call it? Like a dog adoption place, I guess is the best way to put it. Just to look at puppies.
The Pound? Did you go to the Pound?
Yeah, well, technically, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we got our dog, the Pound.
This is where this one's from.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, yeah, we were looking at all the puppies, and they were all fighting each other, biting at each other.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I see a Malamute. The thing is fucking enormous. It's like 2 months old, and it's like the size of this dog already.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
And I was like, what the fuck? And my mom was like, dude, thing is going to be like 6 times the size of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I'm not getting that dog. I don't want to get crunched by this dog.
Yeah, our one friend Alex, he has a Burmese mountain dog, and that's a big fucking dog. That thing, and very sweet dog. I love going over there seeing it, but she's just fucking huge.
That's a huge bitch.
We got a black lab here, and I mean that's a big enough dog, but that's like that other dog was a fucking behemoth.
There was one dog in my neighborhood. I can describe it without giving out where I live and shit, which is common, but still. The dog was at least 4 foot long of a dog.
Yeah.
And then it was like 2 feet wide. It was literally a fucking enormous dog.
They give the dog Tren.
I don't know, dude. You know those fucking dogs that look like they got like vacuumed noses, like super stretched out noses?
Yeah,
it was like that
Borzoi.
big. It was that big.
Holy shit.
But
it was like a regular dog.
But it was something else. Yeah. I was just like, dude, sleeping on a bed with that thing would suck. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially if, like, you have a wife, and the wife's laying in bed. She's going to want the dog there more than you.
Yeah.
Because the dog isn't going to have night terrors about the war, like we do.
Did you see the video, the trailers for Mafia, the Old Country? I don't know if we talked about this last week.
I've only ever... No, we did not. I don't think we did. I only ever saw the one trailer. I haven't seen any other ones.
It looks really fucking good.
I might have to look at the other... Well, I'm probably going to anyway at some point.
The way the gunplay is, at least the way they represent it, the guy that you face in the trailer, at least, he shoots the, like, dishes on a table in front of you. And you see every single little bit of dishes.
Did I accidentally show my address right now?
No.
Like just now opening
you're
this
fine.
letter?
You're fine.
Okay, good.
But, yeah, you can see the pottery just shatter as this guy shoots at it. and there's no like in between chunky like bad frames of it. It just looks like it broke. And I was like, I know it's a common thing more often now, but the way it's detailed made it look really nice, you know?
Yeah,
This letter says that you are a
the
part.
bank gave me $250, so that's
Huh.
pretty fucking good. Nice. I'm gonna go cash that out pretty soon.
I guess there was some sort of transactional issue.
It said it's a credit balance refund, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure for a credit balance, you have to pay money into the balance maybe or something like that. So they gave me my balance back because I got it like my credit limit got increased like 10 times. So 10 times 250, you do the math.
Yeah.
That's 2250. So no, that's good. That's good. That's
Okay.
really good. That means that and my credit score is really good. So all of this is very good.
In comparison, I don't get any of that shit.
Do not
I
have a
don't
credit
get any of that shit.
Do you have credit?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think
Well, do you have a
technically
credit
I do.
card?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a credit card, then you have a credit score.
Mm.
And if you use said credit card regularly.
I use my card like at least the once a month limit, just to make sure they don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I use the shit out of my card. I use the ever living fuck out of my card, but it always gets paid off. That's my whole thing.
I haven't gotten to the point where I borrow against myself.
Yeah, neither have I. But like my limit's so big that plan on this month accruing some interest, and then my first check I get next month, I plan on paying off said interest, and that'll kind of show the bank that's like, hey, this guy has debt and he paid off said debt. You know, you can I'm pretty sure you can bump your credit score a little higher if you do that every now and then, not all the time. If you do that all the time, you look irresponsible as a credit card holder. So, but yeah, that's kind of my plan. This shit's boring.
This is a part of the pod, Skibidi Toilet.
Man.
Skibidi Toilet Riz.
What's something funny? Oh yeah, I was on this fucking roof today at work, working on this I don't want to say piece of crap rooftop unit, 'cause it's like a brand new unit. It just has a couple issues, which if these issues persist, then I'm going to call it a piece of crap. But no, we're up there like pumping Freon into the thing, and it's a very gradual process because like this unit doesn't have what is called an accumulator, which accumulates refrigerant. And basically, if you're charging up a system, the accumulator means you can just open up the valve a bit and walk away, and you're not going to fuck up the compressor. You're not going to fuck up any components doing that. This one did not have that, so we had to sit there and babysit it for the better part of like an hour to an hour and a half. And an hour to an hour and a half of doing basically nothing on a rooftop. Can't really look at my phone because if somebody on the ground sees me doing it, sees the company truck, might call the company and be like, hey, Ginger McDickface on the fucking roof is using his phone. He's a bad employee. Then I'm, gonna get an ass chewing. But which I haven't had. I'm not on my phone. All right, so I don't get ass chewings for that.
I don't get in trouble for that either with what I'm doing.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm up on the roof and I'm just kind of looking. It's like on top of a law firm, and they have like decorative shrubs and shit down there. And I'm just kind of looking over the railing and looking at these shrubs, just kind of zoning out for a little bit. And I'm like, I wonder which of these shrubs would give me like the best survival rate if I yeeted myself off this fucking building right now and tried to kill myself. So like there's like
you can't just Assassin's Creed drop into a bush and not think you're gonna get hurt.
Well, no, I know I'm getting hurt in this thought experiment I'm doing with myself. And I'm like, there's like 3 or 4 different types of shrubbery down there. So I see this one big, like, it's got like these dark red leaves. It's like a dark red bush. It's very big, very spacious. And I'm like, that one might give me like a survival rate in the 70th percentile. And I started looking at some of the other shrubs, like one of them's like one of those like pine needle shrubs, and they got these like yellow green colored kind of shrubs.
Mhm.
And I started thinking about it more, and I'm looking at that red plant, and I'm like, there does not look like enough structural integrity in this big plant. I feel like my survival rate would be lower.
Yeah.
So I start looking at the other shrubs. The pine ones were too small. I feel like I'd probably get head trauma, a brain bleed, and I'd die or be retarded forever.
Mhm.
So I was like, I don't know. I'm going to give that one like a 50% well, I'm not even survival rate, no injury, no grave injury rate, right? I start looking at these yellow green shrubs.
Mhm.
These things got some structural integrity to them. I can already tell. I'm on top of a roof, and I can tell that these are solid fucking shrubs. All right, they don't have needles on them like the pine needle ones, right?
Mhm.
And on top of it, they're bigger than the pine needle ones. I could easily, if I jumped onto one, if I tried to lay on one, I could probably get my entire body minus from the knee down. So I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, those leaves look pretty soft. I mean, the branches are going to stab me. I'm going to get hurt by the branches regardless, maybe pierced by a few.
Mhm.
But I made my decision. I was like, yeah, no, if I have to jump off this roof, or if I just decide to, or whatever, that's the bush I'm going with. I think I considered like an 80% chance I wouldn't really like fuck myself up really bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the kind of shit I think of on the job, is jumping off of buildings, trying to kill myself.
I guess the Epic Games launcher has Dead Island 2 for free. So,
that's pretty cool.
So I bought that shit because it's free.
You can play it.
I have not yet, but I kind of want to. I also have Dying Light, and I remember playing that on Xbox One for like a day, and I didn't like the game.
Yeah, I got Dying Light because it was like on sale, and I remember a friend of ours was fucking gassing me up about it. So, and the second one had just come out, and it looked really cool, and I wanted to play the first one. And I got some of the way through, probably not even halfway through, to like a main quest mission where I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I stopped playing the game. It's very easy to get me disinterested in games nowadays. If there's something where I have to like actually figure out like what the fuck to do, and it's like the game isn't advertised as like a puzzle game or something,
Yeah,
I want nothing to fucking do with it, to be quite honest.
I don't know. It's been interesting to see what Sam Hyde's been doing recently.
There's a new world. Like, he released the trailer for Extreme Peace, which is the spiritual successor, or quite literally the successor to World Peace. And that looks pretty funny. There looks to be some pretty funny bits in there. You get to see some throwbacks, reference type bits to some like the World Peace stuff. Like, they're bringing back the CEO Eric Hayden bit, but they're doing it in a different context.
Are they going to bring back tripping a guy's wife and falling into a coffee table bit?
I don't know. But at the end, they teased one of the sketches that I'm most excited for, as Letty from Fish Tank in it, which is, what's it called? It's like a dating show, but it's for like BDSM daddies.
Oh, damn.
I forget what exactly they called it, but I remember the concept, them talking about it.
Is Bert in there?
No, this was all recorded when season 1 of the show was going on. Shit. Yeah, I remember them talking about that, Daddy Dom bit.
Yeah.
Dating show bit. And I thought it was really funny. And I've seen bits and pieces of it, like pictures and stills from like the shoot. I'm like, man, that looks really funny. And I got myself a little piece of it, and I'm like, fuck, I can't wait till this shit comes out. I'm very excited for Extreme Peace.
Yeah, I made the generic joke of I'm millioning my my dollar until I extreme or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I got this new metal t-shirt. I don't know. I'm running out of shit to talk about, so I'm just gonna be like, hey, check out the new shirt.
okay.
It's Obituary. It's the Chainsaw Dismemberment album cover.
Hmm.
You can really see it here. It's a lady, her legs chopped off right
No!
there. This guy's got a chainsaw,
He's so scared.
presumably for the purpose of dismemberment, as the album says. And I think there's like some heads and like on stakes and shit. Like that's a head on a stake, and that's a guy tied to a tree.
That's kind of like the Walking Dead comic.
It actually does kind of feel very Walking Dead-esque. The funniest thing, though, is that there's no name for the album on the front of this t-shirt. So it quite literally is just band name, multiple first-degree homicide charges, just all in this image. But it does have a back graphic. And we actually get the album name on the back graphic. Chainsaw Dismemberment. You get the head. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty sick shirt, man. I fuck with it.
I need a shop for more shirts. This is a Vans baseball tee, essentially.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I need to look into more designs, because there is a couple stores at the mall I go to all the time that have a bunch of, like, wrestling shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get that vibe that I should go in there just to get the wrestling shirts.
Yeah.
There's a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson from 2000 shirt in there, and I really want to get it.
Yeah, I remember earlier this year, some friends at the mall shopping, and we went to Spencer's just to kind of ogle at whatever the fuck they had, and they had a Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt, and it had like all of his like phrases on it. Like, it looked like just a regular WWE shirt, but it looked like a WWE shirt that was custom made by a fan that like knows nothing about like graphic design. So you have like Stone Cold given the and it's like Stone Cold, Texas Rattlesnake, hell yeah, fucking like the graphic design was horrible. Like, it was laughably bad. I remember laughing in the store at the t-shirt, being like, guys, Texas Rattlesnake, look at this shit. But I like, in the past 2 weeks, for some reason, I've just been thinking about that shirt, being like, damn, I wish I fucking bought that. I would wear that around. I would wear that shitty Austin 316 shirt. Oh yeah, it had Austin 316 on there, obviously.
Yeah, they had one that
I'd wear that.
You know those like old Gatorade commercials where it'd be like a splash of water over a photo?
Yeah.
They had one of those for Stone Cold in the same store. And I was like, I really want to get that shit now. I like when the wrestling shirts to look at.
Like, I like when they're tongue in cheek about it.
I really like when it's like John Cena, you can't see me, but you can obviously see him on the shirt.
Yeah, it's not even him doing this. It's just him standing there. Like,
yeah, he's like, what's up, bro? Rey Mysterio's in the corner. What's up, man?
Yeah, he stands like this so he can show off his biceps. Yeah, he stands like this so he can get angles on his biceps.
Yeah, he's like that.
I'm John Cena. I was in the Marine.
I was in the Marine. I was Peacemaker. I was Fred's dad. I'm Fred's dad.
I'm John Cena. Thank me for my service. I was in the Marine in 2007.
It's funny that he was in the Marine first when he was never in the actual Marines.
Oh yeah, none of those fucking
Randy
guys
Orton was.
Were. Oh yeah, that's right, Yeah, I forgot we kind of went down the Marine rabbit hole in one episode.
Yeah.
It's a different WWE guy in every movie.
And then it gets stuck at the Miz for 4 movies.
Yeah, because the Marine movies are a WWE production.
Yeah.
That's right. We found that out. Okay,
and same
it's
thing
all
with Leprechaun Origins.
Yeah,
0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Leprechaun Origins. So awesome. There's also
Yeah,
See No Evil with Kane. That's a banger.
Oh, nice.
That's a banger movie.
Is that like supposed to be like a WWE horror?
Yeah. And he's supposed to be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you to every
it's
lady he
Kane's,
runs into.
Kane's the bad guy in that one.
Yeah.
Dude, is he still wearing like the wrestling uniform? He's just like playing Michael
I
Myers,
think
but
he
he's still
wears
wearing.
a butcher outfit and walks around. And that's how intimidating he
The
is.
Kane get up.
You're good.
Oh wow, that's generic. That's
Yeah.
generic.
It's interesting that I'm back to doing the it's interesting. Hold on, let me find a different way to bring up something.
Yeah.
When you look at older WWE stuff, especially when they first got to WWE name, in 2002, stuff like
Yeah.
the XFL becomes very, very dated
Mhm.
because Vince McMahon doesn't know how to separate things from one another. So the start of the XFL season is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson walking onto the stage and going, "Can you smell what the XFL is cooking?" And then they start
Wow.
playing the first game.
Holy shit. The XFL, that was like was that like stripper football or something?
That was that was the NFL, but quote unquote extreme. And they had a different kickoff, and you could name yourself nicknames instead of your actual name. So there was a guy named He Hate Me on a team.
Oh my god. So the XFL is just the NFL with knives, basically. They give the players knives.
Well, the thing you were talking about, the bikini football or whatever, that was
a
thing.
lingerie football league.
That
on
was
Spike
a thing.
TV.
It was on MTV as well. And
Yeah, I thought that was the same thing as the XFL, and then I remembered immediately. Oh, that's the lingerie. That's the lingerie fucking football.
What's funny is that people used to joke that the lingerie football league, or whatever it may be called now, was bigger than the Canadian Football League at one point.
That would not surprise me. Actually, speaking of football, why the fuck are the Browns playing in London in April or in May?
They're playing in April. Sorry, my brain's having a stroke. They're playing in London in September or October area.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a recent thing happening.
It's just they keep doing international games, but the more you do that, the more you spread yourself thin. That's the issue with going international.
Like, can American football sell out a stadium in the UK?
I don't know, honestly. I remember the Jaguars tickets a while ago were pretty decent price, but I don't know if it got sold out.
Yeah, well, like I know they have like a Cleveland Browns bar in the UK, which is kind of crazy actually. I want to go to it, but one of the guys I work with, he was in the military and he was stationed over in the UK, I think, for a while, and he said that everybody there was an asshole, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'll go and they'll be nice to me, but they probably won't because they'll see red hair and they'll be like, oh, he's Irish.
He's a witch. Get rid of him.
And then I'll open my mouth and they'll be like, oh, he's American. We definitely don't want him here. And then that just opens up a lot of problems for me.
He's addicted to Xanax. I will go there. Get out of here.
Yeah, I will go to the Cleveland Browns bar in the UK someday.
And it's weird too for that because they're doing Germany, they're doing Ireland, and I think they're doing France as well.
That's weird. Like I just maybe I don't know. Maybe there is a desire to see.
Oh, there's a Brazil American game football. Too. There's Brazil.
Oh hell no!
There's
I'd be
one
off that
Rio de Janeiro game.
I just don't understand why. Are they?
I think
Is this a recent thing?
I think they're just trying to make it widespread so they
they always
could
had-
maybe do that more often.
Have they always had international games in the NFL?
Well, it used to be like a long running thing to have like British teams, I think. And
Those
then
motherfuckers play football. No, those guys play a different kind of football.
No, I'm saying they had the NFL UK as a thing for like 4 years, and then they got rid of it.
Really?
And then they did these international games. I may be wrong. But that's how I remember it. They started doing these international games in like 2015, I think.
Okay, so within the past 10 years, this has been a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to research this phenomenon because I remember I watched football growing up, and then I kind of like don't really watch it anymore.
You want to know a fun
unless
fact?
I'm at the bar. But well, real quick, I just need to get this out there. I just when I was a kid, they didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I never understood. I just thought American football was an American thing. I thought like we were the only motherfuckers that actually gave a shit about that sport.
But we're also like American football is one of the most popular sports outside of literal kick ball into goal football.
Like in the world?
Yeah. It has world appeal, just like basketball, just like baseball. It's kind of funky because FUT ball is way more popular all over the place.
Huh. I literally I'm 100% serious when I say this. I'm not fucking around. Literally my entire life up until now. Well, I guess within the past month because I've heard about this London game with the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I literally thought American football was like only popular in America. They do it in Canada, yeah, and then the rest of the world does not play football. American football.
Well, they at least know it exists because Americans do not shut the fuck up about American football.
That is true. Well, yeah, I'm sure people know it exists. Well, like I know cricket exists, but I have no desire to watch a fucking cricket game. That's
I know
British
disc golf
Baseball's
exists.
better.
I hate disc golf, but I know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, regular golf is better than disc golf, and I've never played on a golf course in my life.
The fun fact I was going to bring up is that Tom Brady was the first quarterback to get a win in Germany in 2020. That was my fun fact.
If Hitler was at that game, what do you think he'd say about Tom Brady?
He'd probably go, "Ja, I like this guy," and point at him.
Yeah, his next speech, he'd be like, "Ich den Feinden, Heider Tom Brady, Heizer,
Tom Brady,
Tom Brady, Heizer."
Why does he sound stereotypically Asian when he says Tom Brady's name?
I do the Asian voice all the time. Maybe I accidentally did Chinese Hitler. I really like Tom Brady. It's Mao Zedong, but he's got the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he loves Tom Brady.
Also, the international appeal is because a lot of international people are way fucking better at American sports than Americans.
Well, yeah, and we figured that out with baseball. We started importing people from south of the border, and now baseball is like crazy.
And also baseball has a lot of Koreans and Chinese men.
Yeah, that's true.
And Japanese men.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, the Japanese and the Koreans. I know because after World War II, the Japanese got into baseball because of American GIs showing it to them, and it was the same thing after the Korean War for the South Koreans. So I know those guys are like super into baseball.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with the French in basketball. There's now like three major French basketball players.
Yeah. No, after the show, I'm gonna look up some of the UK NFL
Mm-hmm.
and look up some of their games. I want to see what their team names are. I want to see if
I'm
like
gonna
it's fun,
double
you know.
check and make sure
I
I'm
want
not
I want to
bullshitting
hear a
you.
British guy being like,
Yeah, he just scored a touchdown. This is
look at
insane.
Shador Sanders caught the ball. I want to hear them say like like
Man.
I want to hear these British people struggle to pronounce African American names because they don't have to like, because you know
Okay.
their black people are all named like have like white names like my name's William, I'm Rodman, but like here
They're
it's
also
like you
having
have
a
to make,
game in Australia.
yeah, I knew there was a game in Australia too. I
Wow.
heard that.
That's impressive.
But like our black people are called like, yo, my name's Deswarius Matthews Jackson. And I want to hear a British person try and make sense of the name Deswarius live on TV.
Well, I'm searching up NFL in any of this case, and all I'm getting is the new run of it instead of what I've thought they had before. So I am wrong.
But there is a UK
Oh.
American football.
This is interesting. There was NFL Europe League, originally founded in 1989. Maybe I was thinking of that. It was founded in 1989 and it stopped in 2007. There was 10 teams, then there was 6. The teams, I'll go through some names for you. The Barcelona Dragons. That actually goes
that's kind of
hard.
cool.
That goes
I
hard.
like the Barcelona Dragons.
Frankfurt Galaxy.
Nah. I can take it or
London
leave it.
Monarchs.
Okay, that one's for a British football team. What's their logo? What's the
Uh,
British Monarch?
London Monarchs has no logo I can find.
What the fuck, dude? They need like a cool crest.
They were replaced by the New Berlin Thunder.
That's fucking bullshit. Fuck them.
Hold on. I'm looking around again. Okay. Montreal Machine. So we're back in Canada.
Okay, that's all right. I kind of like that.
This is where it gets confusing, though. It's called the Europe Series or League or whatever. But now we have American teams. The New
So they
York
had American teams playing in the Euro League.
They have the New York, New Jersey Knights. I'm going to double check to make sure they didn't get replaced. Okay. They have the Ohio Glory.
Okay.
The aforementioned Orlando Thunder. The Raleigh-Durham Skyhawks.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's a funny. For some reason, it's funny they have their own football team.
Then there's also the Birmingham Fire, which is just an awful name, but they have a logo.
Yeah, that
Here's the
sounds like a
logo.
tragedy. That doesn't sound like a team. That sounds like a tragedy.
That's the logo for them.
That blows. It looks like a fucking. Looks like kind of like the logo of a place I used to work at with a friend of the show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. San Antonio Riders. It's a nice little Texan on a horse with a flag.
I don't know if I like that. Sounds kind of gay.
And then they have the Sacramento Surge, no logo.
What the fuck?
Here's some more names that were not listed. Amsterdam Admirals, and they have a logo.
All right, I like the Amsterdam Admirals. I think that works.
Then there's also the Berlin Thunder, so they're two separate teams. Berlin Thunder has a logo.
Cool. Nice.
It's like a hammer, like Thor's hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
Cologne Centurions, it's just a helmet, has the logo.
All right, I kind of like that. Helmet look. Oh, yeah. You could do a more generic Spartan helmet, I think. That's pretty good.
The Hamburg Sea Devils.
The fuck does that supposed to mean?
The Rain Fire. There's two fire teams, and this one's way
Rain?
cooler looking.
Oh, yeah, theirs is 10 times better. That looks like a fucking biker back patch or something for a biker gang.
There's
Looks
also the
badass.
Scottish Claymores, and it's just a giant fucking sword.
Dude, best one yet. Best one yet. Scottish Claymores, best one yet, dude. There's no topping that.
There we go. Look at that lightning bolt on the blade. That goes hard.
Dude, the only thing that could top that is like the fucking Paris minigun annihilation death team. That's the only thing that could beat the Scottish Claymores in my mind right now.
What's interesting is that the Barcelona Dragons were later rebranded as the FC Barcelona Dragons.
That's stupid. They didn't need to do all that. Bo Whittley did not need to do all that.
The London Monarchs were rebranded the England Monarchs.
Okay, so they kept the Monarchs name. That's good. That's all I really wanted.
This is a interesting history, though. It goes from like 1991 to 92, so a season of it. Then 95 to 2007.
Huh.
And then they just did international games. They just gave up. They were like, fuck this. Some international games include the New York Giants and Dolphins in the Wembley Stadium in 2007.
Huh.
There's also an overtime game that ended in a tie. Can you imagine? Oh, I don't know how the fuck this sport works. And then it ends in a tie.
Yeah.
I would just
like
kill
how?
myself right after. Like there's no reason.
You watch the whole game, you don't know what's going on. It ends.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like, how?
Yeah, it just ends in a tie.
I don't understand anything.
That's the end.
I don't understand
the
anything
end.
I watched outside of the language it was being spoke to me in. I don't understand any fucking thing.
A very random topic to get to the end of this podcast. I went to Ollie's, a local store over here. It's a bargain store. They have these rolled gold selects pickle. Apparently,
what the fuck? I ain't never seen those in my life.
Apparently, it's pretzels with pickle seasoning. And right as I opened it up in my vehicle, it just doused the whole vehicle in pickle smell.
That's horrible. Does it still smell like that?
Yes.
I would kill myself.
It'll never wash out. It'll be there until I die.
If that happened to me, I would have actually thrown myself off the roof of that building I was on.
Oh, pickle! Fuck this!
Yeah. Exactly like.
This is the most disgusting thing I could think of.
Well, the thing is, I actually hate pickles. I despise them. I think they taste fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be even funnier if I hated them so much that I'm willing to risk life and limb to get away from them off the roof of a building.
You get caught like the gooner guy that crashed his black car. And you just fucking jump off the fucking building.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly like that.
The gooner guy. I can't believe... I don't even know if we mentioned that guy when that happened.
I'm pretty sure we mentioned Goonicide. I remember it coming out of my lips speaking into this microphone.
Well, I believe that's the end of this week's Northwest Trenches episode 70.
One real quick thing before we end out. I was watching this, as aforementioned, I was watching this World of T-Shirts video, and he's wearing like a Nassau shirt. And as I was watching the video, I thought his shirt said Mossad, and I was like, what do they got to do with this guy? They got their fingers in everything now? What do they got to do with World of T-Shirts? He's a fucking autistic alcoholic.
I didn't know Hassan was corrupting World of T-Shirts. What the fuck?
But no, it said Nassau, not Mossad, so everything's safe.
I know.
But anyhow, yeah, thanks for watching the show. Whatever the fuck you do. Jacking off.
Thanks for gooning to the podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you gooners next time on another goontastic episode of the Masturbation Cast.
The Master Cast.
Yeah, the master the podcaster bait. Yeah.